folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
I find the things I take away are ill-assorted. A small handful of pink gravel, a dry thumbnail petal of a fern, a photo that reveals blood, and just off-center the face of someone I don't know. I find the things I take away are ill-assorted. Take away are ill-assorted. A smell that is familiar from the inside of a car or room. A photo that reveals the face of someone I don't know. I find the things I take away are ill-assorted. However long I examine my hand, turn it over and then over, the marking of the pressure where you held it is not there. However long I examine my hand, turn it over and then over, the marking of the pressure where you held it is not there. Thank you.
Great. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest today is Ayelet Rose Gottlieb.
That's Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thank
And
you.
Sean Connolly on bass.
Thank you.
You're an international traveler and performer.
Yeah. I move around a bunch. Absolutely.
Where is home base for you?
Wow, that's the hardest question. When I was filling out your form and you asked for the address, I was telling Sean that's the hardest question anyone can ask me right now. But at the moment, I'm mostly based in London and Israel, and I come here a bunch too, so no answer to that question really.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Jerusalem, in Israel. Yeah. Walls and stones.
Sounds magical.
And crazy. Very intense.
So you want to tell us about that first tune?
The first tune, well, most of these songs that we're going to play are from a project of mine called Pangea, which is basically the name of the unified continents, the theory of the continents being, a combined puzzle before they split up. And they're songs that I collected during my travels. And this one is, the words are by a New Zealander poet called Anna Smale that I composed. And I wrote it actually thinking of Sean as the person to play it, because when I was living in New York mostly, we played a lot together, and every time I come I try to do something with him. He's probably my favorite bass player that I play with in the world. So it's fun to get to play it here in a duo setting.
Great. What would you like to play next?
We'll play a song called Shirat Isha, a woman's song. And that's also based on a poem by a female Israeli poet, one of the first Israeli poets. And it's based on the prayer book, but it spins it around. And she says, I'm grateful for being a woman, that I'm circles, that it's a praise song to being a woman, and it contradicts certain prayer in the Hebrew prayer book that says, the men say, thank you for not making me a woman, and the women say, thank you for making me as I am. So she took it and spun it around.
Great.
This is it. ברוך שעשני אישה, שאני אדמה ואדם וצל הרקה. ברוך שעשיתני עיגולים, עיגולים. ברוך שעשיתני עיגולים, עיגולים. כגלגלי מזלות וכעיגולי פירות, שנתת לי בשר חי פורח, ועשיתני כצמח השדה נושאת פרי. שקירעי ענניך מחליקים כמשי על פניי וירכי. ואני גדולה ומבקשת להיות ילדה. קטנה שבקטנות אני משחקת לרגליך, בואי. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Now you've played in some very well-known venues, including Carnegie Hall
Yep,
and some popular jazz festivals.
absolutely, yeah. It's I think the life of a musician, you play all different places, and every night you find yourself on a different kind of stage. So it's, you know, every place is an adventure of its own.
What are some of the highlights for you?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think when you play in a big venue, it's always, there's an excitement around that. But sometimes even playing in the smaller clubs, but if you are playing with, you know, premiering a piece or, you know, doing something that's really special to you, then that can be just as special as the big venues.
You've also played with some famous artists. Would you care to mention some of them?
Well, I sing a lot in a vocal quartet that plays John Zorn's music. So we tour a bunch with him, and that's mostly, right now, that's someone that I play with who's more well-known. And the album that you have there is released on his record label, Tzadik Records. So that's an ongoing kind of collaboration. And John is a saxophone player and composer. He's very important in the New York downtown music scene, improv music.
Yes, we should talk about the recording and let people know how they can find out more information about it by going to your website,
Yeah,
which is www.ayeletrose.com.
that's right. Yep, and you could find it also on the Tzadik Records website, which is TZADIK, Tzadik. And I'm right now in the process of mixing a new record that's probably going to be out sometime this year, so definitely stay tuned.
Great. What else do you have for us?
Let's play this one. This is a song by a good friend of mine, Paul Hogan, that he wrote for another friend's wedding, and he wasn't playing it, and it stayed in my head for about 2 years after I heard it for the first time. So I asked him if I can have his permission to perform it, and I really like it. It's called Brooklyn's Bridge, and it's also part of that the Pangea project. Night falls into the harbor. New York is starting to glow. Come home to me over Brooklyn's Bridge. Follow its lights to the shore. Built by a man who was trying to find a much faster way home. Ooh, Tugboat blows its horn, chasing the night fog away. by two pillars of stone. Only the river knows how far you've come and how far you will go. Two cities less than a mile away, with some time and brick and work, we can make it our place. If those two pillars can, we too can share the weight. Bridge, see you soon. Come home to me over Brooklyn's bridge, held by two pillars of stone, built by a man who was trying to find a much faster way home. Thank you.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
Now, you've drawn from many different styles of music and cultures in your career.
Mm-hmm.
Could you discuss that a little bit?
Sure. I mean, I basically pick up things as I go along. I was trained as a classical musician as a child, and discovered improvisation and composition around the same time, around my teen years. And I just try to, pick up different things wherever I am, and from different people and people I collaborate with stylistically. And I worked for a while as a Hebrew teacher and taught the trope, the chanting of the Torah. So I think some of that came into my music also, the Jewish music aspect. And growing up in Israel, I was also exposed to a lot of Middle Eastern sounds, Arabic music. So that came in also. All different things. I grew up in a very musical environment. I had a lot of records growing up, many different genres. So all of that, I think, somehow finds its way into my music.
Where did you pick up the Ladino?
Well, my mom is of Spanish Jewish origin, and her family's been in Israel for many years. They got there in the 1400s. So she's not from Spain really, but that tradition, the Ladino tradition, has stayed in the atmosphere in the area. And I don't sing much in Ladino, but somehow that sound, I think, came into play. And the Hebrew is part of it's my first language really, so I use that a lot.
Great. What would you like to do for us next?
So, do you want to play something with us, or would you like that?
Sure, I'd be delighted.
So, should we do the blues?
Great.
Let's do that.
What key are you going to be in?
C. Is that good?
Yep.
Great. Okay, let me think for a minute. 1 and 2. Walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. I'm gonna keep on walking till I find my way back home. When your mind is worried and your shoes are getting thin, you don't know where you're going, but you do know where you've been. Walk on, walk on. I'm gonna keep on walking till I find my way back home. Walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. I'm gonna keep on walking until I find my way back home. I see so many people happy, can't get used to happiness. Maybe it is true that happiness is not for me. I guess I'll walk on. I guess I'll walk on. I'm gonna keep on walking till I find my way back home, until I find my way back home. back home. Walk on. Thank you. Thank you. It's always fun to play the blues.
Great. We've got a few minutes left if you want to take it out with another piece of music.
Sure. So we have a bit of an adult piece of music. It has, well, the title is really Bomb Threat Blues. And I wrote it after a bomb threat on a subway train. And this guy said the sentence that was the foundation for this lyric. Okay. There are so many ways to go in this world. You may just find yourself being caught by surprise. Your lot's allotted to you at random in this world. With every step you take, you are taking a chance. So when it comes my turn, it comes my turn, I pray that this will be the circumstance